Hello, this is Dr. Young, and I'm going to go over your week 2 work. I hope you found these videos useful. So this week we're going to really focus on equal employment opportunity. We're going to read a lot about that. So just go over your readings, your objectives for the week, and you're going to talk about EEO, sexual harassment, affirmative action, reverse discrimination. So that's going to be our focus for this week. Excuse me. So for your discussion, you're going to read over the scenario. And this is a situation where there might need to be, you have to figure out what to do for this employee because your building's not ADA compliant. So, what you want to do is answer these questions. And, hold on, I'm not sure if you have to do them all. Usually it's just one. No, for this one you actually do answer all these questions. So basically you have to discuss the act, some components of the act itself, the ADA Act. Then you have to discuss whether this type of job can be done from a wheelchair, and then the reasonable accommodation requirement, what does the law say, and then basically what you would recommend. And then find an ADA case and talk about that. So that's really all you have to do for your discussion. And remember, doing discussions right, make sure that you're following this document. Now, I'm just going to go ahead and kind of reinforce. So when I grade your discussions, I'm obviously looking for you to provide a very detailed answer that draws from sources and research. I'm also looking for writing mechanics, grammar, spelling, punctuation. I'm looking for a correct APA style in your citations. That means you need in-text citations within the body of your text. I'm also looking for you to respond to 2 classmates and my response to you, which if you post by Saturday, I will respond to you Sunday or Monday. Then you need to respond to me again. So that's 3 different responses, and each one needs to be on 3 different days, and each response needs to have supporting sources. That's what it takes to get 80 points from this assignment. So it's a lot of work, but I wanted to make sure that was clear as far as what the requirements are for maximum points. So anyway, just wanted to let you know that. So for your case analysis, which is the project 2, week 2 project, you got another scenario. There's a lot of scenarios used in this class. As you probably can tell already, there's a lot of possible real-life scenarios that we use. Certainly plausible, this case is. So what you have to do is evaluate what type of harassment this is, and then the obligations of that HR manager once it is reported by Martha, and what do they have to do. So what you have to do there, you have to decide what the next steps are. So you're going to need to do research for this paper. You're obviously going to need to research what happens when a claim is made, and the HR finds validity to it. And the next step is, you have to comply with the EEOC. And then what's the likelihood that John would be found guilty? And if it's found in Martha's favor, what does the HR remedy have to do at that point? So you're going to need to do a lot of research on the process of, reporting the reporting of sexual harassment. What are the steps? What should be done? What's the protocol for that? So just make sure you do that, and cite the source that you use. Now for papers, this is a 4 to 5 page Microsoft Word document. Please do not include the reference page or the title page in that count, because that's not content, that's just your APA formatting requirements. So that does not count. Otherwise, use APA style. Go to the South University. Actually, I'm just going to go there myself. Course resources. South University policies and guidelines. And then make sure that you use this link and this source for your APA format style. There's so many examples. There's the sample paper. There's specific things that, that tells you how to cite the lecture, cite online journals, etc. Make sure to use that. But the sample paper is good because it shows you what your paper should look like, and the body of the paper, how it should be formatted. You can download it even. So make sure to use that. If you have any other questions or concerns about this week, let me know. Just remember, week 1 does not get a late penalty if it's late, but week 2 and on does. So when I grade your first week's work, if it's late, if it was submitted late, it won't be penalized. But if you haven't submitted it, get it in as soon as possible, because even though I don't grade it late, I'm not going to accept it, at week 3 or week 4 or anything like that. That's too late. So make sure that you get that work in during this week, if you haven't already. I will be posting grades generally on Thursdays. There may be days when I post paper grades on Thursdays and discussions on Fridays. Just depends on my workload at that time. But the latest that grades would be complete would be Friday night. So that's all. If you have any questions, let me know, and let's have a great week. Thanks.